With all the hurricanes and destruction that have affected people around the U.S. and us right here in the Bay Area, what do you do if you made a claim against your homeowner's insurance company and they responded with an offer that you were not satisfied with? What do you do next? Here with the answers is Catherine Stone from Barbas Law. Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
I trust you're doing well after the hurricane.
I actually have power, which I know I understand a lot of people don't.
I know. It's such a tough time, certainly for our area, around the country as well. And this is something that I think can be so frustrating. Here you survive the storm, you're trying to do the cleanup afterwards, and then we feel oftentimes we're fighting with insurance companies, do we not?
Yes, exactly. I mean, it's no different than if someone was involved in an auto accident. You know, having to deal with insurance companies is not something that everyone does on a normal basis. And so I knew that this was the storm was coming up, and so I thought that this was probably a good topic to discuss.
Absolutely.
You know, basically what will happen is the insurance company will send out an adjuster to view the damage of whatever the property issue may be, whether it's your flood insurance or your homeowner's insurance, because if you have flood insurance, they're not going to cover the same things that homeowners is going to cover, and homeowners isn't going to cover what flood insurance will cover. So they'll send out an adjuster on behalf of the insurance company to review the damage. They then will come back with a proposal or an offer based upon what your policy terms are and based upon what your deductible may be. So it's very important to know what your deductible is. It was a named storm, so there's other issues with regards to that. Whenever it's a named storm, typically it's a higher deductible. And so that's another thing that people need to be aware of. If you know you're going to be making a claim, you need to go ahead and get out your policy information now and start reviewing it so that you're not shocked.
Okay.
And then let's say that you get that offer back and you're like, there's no way I won't be able to put my house back together.
I'd imagine, which happens more often than not.
Probably, yes. I've had a flood claim before, so yes. You get that offer back sometimes, and unfortunately you're kind of like, oh no, this is not going to work. So you have a couple of options. There are individuals who are licensed by the state of Florida called independent adjusters. And so they basically are your adjuster. Think of it as like you were buying a house or selling a home and you went out and got your own appraiser.
Okay.
So it's the same type of thing. That adjuster is going to come in and offer you his or her suggestions or tips on where they think the insurance company's adjuster got it wrong.
Okay.
Now,
do you show them that initial?
Yes, you obviously you definitely want to show them that information that you've gotten from the insurance company so that they will do their own evaluation of the damage and assist in making recommendations for you. Now, if they're able to secure a higher amount for you, then they are compensated by a contract that you sign with them for a certain percentage.
Oh, so I was just wondering, when do they get paid?
They get paid if they secure you a balance. So they should not be charged. So if you've already gotten a proposal from the insurance company and then they are able to get you a higher amount, they should only be taking your percentage on the amount that was higher.
Okay.
And so that's very important. So if you hire an independent adjuster or an attorney, some attorneys do take these claims as well. We take them if we feel like it needs to go into litigation, because an independent adjuster can't file in court.
Okay.
So there may be certain circumstances where the case does need to go into a lawsuit and a formal claim in the court system needs to be filed.
I know timing is everything.
Yes.
When should they go ahead and contact you and have an attorney review what's going on?
I would say if you and the adjuster feel that you're still not getting a fair offer, there's going to be a lot of litigation, and sometimes we don't really know what that is going to be until the process starts. The main thing is if you've got damage to your house, immediately contact your insurance company and take whatever steps necessary to keep any further damage happening. So for instance, if you have a tree through your roof, you need to go ahead and put a tarpaulin over it or get someone out there to secure that roof so that if it rains again, it doesn't just keep raining into your house, because the insurance company, if they can't get someone out there in time, they're going to claim that you didn't mediate your damages.
Oh, this is a lot to get into. I feel like we could go in with the entire hour on this topic. Thank you so much for coming in today. Glad to hear you and your family are doing well after the storm. If you have any questions, of course, you know they love that's what their passion is, to answer those questions. There's the number to call. They have a great website as well where you can get your questions answered. So we'll see you again next week.
Thanks.